Good morning to everyone, and welcome to our Mind the Moment's Thursday morning gathering, brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. This is a place where we invite experienced mindfulness instructors to speak with us about what mindfulness means to them and to discuss as a community how we can incorporate these practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino, and lovely to be here this morning with Tara Healey, founder and director of Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare's mindfulness program. Hello, Tara.
Hello, Suzanne, and welcome everyone. Nice to see you joining.
Welcome to everyone, yes, and welcome to folks that have been here with us regularly. We're so happy to see you here. And a special welcome as well to our new folks. So we'll explain how we'll go through our session this morning. Today, Tara will start us off with a question for the group and then share a few words with us. And then we'll go right into at least a 12-minute guided meditation practice. And that will be a mix of both guidance and a little bit of silent time, just so we can get used to each of those different methods. And then after that, we'll have time for questions and a little bit of chatting. So if you can go to the bottom of your Zoom screen and open up the chat. And once you do that, go to the blue drop-down menu and click on everyone. And you can change that to, click on host and panelists. You can change that to everyone, so folks can see your comments as you type them. So as we begin here this morning and get settled in, Tara, what is our question for the group?
Yeah, well, one thing that's been on my mind is wanting things to be other than the way they are. And this really, a lot of it is weather related. In June, we just had so much rain. And then this past weekend, really hearing from many people that plans changed. The rain was just so torrential. And now we're kind of this week coming into some intense heat. And I actually got out early this morning for a run thinking I would beat the heat, but I'm actually quite overheated. I don't have air conditioning in my house, but it tends to be on the cool side, but just, really feeling the heat. And it got me thinking about many years ago on a meditation retreat, one of the teachers who was German, she was talking about traveling in Burma, and she worked actually in the hotel industry. She was traveling in Burma, and the train, it was very hot. It was the middle of summer, and she had been on the train, and a whole group of monks got on the train, and everyone on the train was sweltering and clearly in distress. And she said the monks got on the train and sat down and were completely without distress, despite the conditions. And it really piqued her curiosity and her interest that how could they have such equipoise, given the sweltering conditions. And so I've been thinking about that a lot lately, just, when things are not the way we want them to be and wanting things to be other than the way they are. And so my question, and Suzanne will put this in the chat for everybody, but my question is, what are some strategies that you employ when things are other than the way you want them to be? And Suzanne, we'll have you start, and then I'll say a little bit, and to know that these can be big or small things, that there's a whole continuum of things that it could be anything from wanting something you don't have to having something you wish you didn't, to wanting conditions in your life to be different than the way they are. And what are the strategies that you're able to use?
It's such a brilliant question, and yeah, a very deep question in many ways. I think what my strategies are, my go-to strategy is to surround myself with as much positive energy and positive people as I can,
Yeah.
and try to, just release as much as I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So surrounding yourself with positivity. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, it's
challenging.
yeah, it's challenging. And yet, you know, I think that as you know, the story of the monks on the train in Burma, that it is actually possible for the mind, for the body to be in conditions that are really unpleasant, but the mind to have some balance. That is a possibility. Um, yeah, I think for me, it is also, you know, feeling the resistance. So this is a really simple example, but I was at James Taylor at Tanglewood on the 3rd and sat in like torrential downpour on the lawn for an hour before he played. And I think the recognition that there is absolutely nothing that one can do. And it's like a sort of just giving it over, there's no sense in the resistance and the angst because it's not actually going to stop the rain. So for me, just those seeing when I'm all contracted around something and just reminding myself that I can do what I can do. And then there's a point at which, you just release into it. So I think it's just the reminders.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
definitely.
yeah, would love
And
to see
knowing that there's that limited sense of control, like you said, you had
yeah,
umbrellas and you did what you could, but that's pretty much all you can do.
right,
Um,
right. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah. And just, the other reason for the question too is my sister and her husband have been traveling and they're trying to get home. And just, I mean, I won't go into detail, but just what they have gone through in switching flights and trying to get home is pretty, pretty tiring. And, it's, yeah, there's nothing more that they could have done and some recognition of when you've done what you can.
yeah, so true. Well, we've got some people trying to find the humor, which
Yeah,
that can just help relieve stress in itself.
yeah,
Good practice. Gratitude. There's always something to be grateful
yeah,
for. Yeah, release the negativity into the universe. Try to find something positive. Turn on inside timer.
yeah,
Use the resources we have. That's a good one.
yeah.
Visualization.
Reasons for the way things are. Yeah, patient, embracing the mystery,
Yeah.
surrendering. Yeah, don't need answers. Stop and connect to yeah, notice the body. Yeah, notice the body, tap into all of it. I mean, I think just like great strategies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they say whatever we resist persists.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
um,
yeah. I know. And sometimes just like I'll just resort to a simple, in this moment, everything is okay. Like I'm safe in this moment. And there's
mhm.
something like almost telling the brain that provides like a grounding maybe. Um, and then of course the hum of nature, just, listening and yeah. So I think all those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really
All
good
right.
info.
So let's go ahead and move into practice. So, sitting or standing or lying down, any of those postures is great. If you're tired, I would say stand or sit with the eyes open. And of course, eyes open or closed. And let's go ahead and just move into the posture that feels right for you this morning. And go ahead and take a couple deep breaths on your own. Make the exhalation a bit longer than the inhalation, just as a way to settle any surface tension and just settle in. And see if you can surrender your weight into the support of the surface and into the support of the ground below, yet maintaining a spine that is straight but not stiff. And noticing sensations in the body, whatever they might be, a pulsing or a vibration or a tingling. And open awareness to include sound, the sound that might be in the room or outside of the room that you're in. And just making a soft mental note, hearing. And allowing sound to remain as it will in the background. Begin to bring awareness back into the body. And beginning to look for an anchor for the wandering mind. And that could be breath sensation anywhere in the body where you notice it. So abdomen, chest, nostrils. Or it could be sound that is occurring in the room that is somewhat consistent. So it's okay to open up to sound. That could also include the arising and the passing of sound. And another option would be a different body sensation, such as the palms of the hands resting on the thighs or the back of the body or the soles of the feet, and really tapping into the feeling of that point of contact and let that be the anchor that you return to. So thoughts will come and go as soon as you notice that a thought has slipped in. Not a problem. You could make a soft mental note thinking. You could be more specific if you want, like planning. And then allow your body to soften as you release that thought and escort your attention back to sensation in the body or sound. Noticing where the mind is, releasing the memory or the planning, softening the body, and returning to your anchor. And again, noticing where the mind is. And as we bring this meditation to a close, may we be peaceful and at ease. May our heart be soft and open. May we be safe and protected, and our body healthy and strong. And may the merit of this practice be for the benefit of all beings. And as you are ready, if the eyes were closed, you can open the eyes, and whether they were open or closed, taking a moment to just reorient to the room you're in, maybe doing a little bit of a stretch.
Thank you so much, Tara.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Mm.
I see Loretta saying worry and complaining doesn't make it better. I know, it'd be nice if it did.
Mm.
But yeah.
That
So,
was-
yeah, anybody that would like to share how that practice felt for them, any questions, and of course, it's an opportunity as a community to share best practices, things that we have listened to, whether it's a podcast or a book you might have read or a series you're watching that is beneficial. Like, please share away. Yeah.
Someone mentioned to me recently about the James Nestor book again,
Oh,
Breathe, and how I've not read the book. I've listened to
oh,
a few of the interviews, but
yeah.
how it really changed this person's life, how they realized the way they breathe and how they connect with their breath. Just need a little tune-up.
Yeah.
So
It's such a good book. And I can honestly say similarly that I think a lot more about my breath. Like, I've been noticing lately that my breaths have been pretty shallow. So just the ability to like kind of catch that and just recalibrate the breath, so just deeper breathing and nose, like how important nose breathing is. I mean,
that's the biggest thing for me that
it
I've
is,
tried to change.
yeah, it's big. Yeah.
And didn't he mention that, because I notice it, especially as I sleep, that and I suffer from allergies too, so it's a little bit tricky,
Oh,
but
right.
he's mentioned sometimes, does he recommend that people cover their mouth,
Yes.
tape
There,
their mouth?
oh, right. Yeah, there is a kind of tape, I think, that you tape it. Yeah. 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 I mean, of course, I would use caution
Yes, yes.
with that, but where I find it really hard is if I'm going out for a run, initially I was trying to nose breathe through that, but I just, yeah, it's really hard.
Mhm, mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's really healing. It's really healing, like pretty remarkable how valuable our breath is.
Mm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, I'm glad folks had connected to the practice this morning.
Yeah.
We will be back on Tuesday with Rebecca Wing will be back with us again.
Great.
So
Good.
yeah, it's nice to be with everyone this morning.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
that it's the end of the week again, which is kind of a nice thing for everyone, I hope you have, I know for this coming weekend, I don't have too much planned. So I'm kind of looking forward to a little bit of quiet this weekend.
Good. Good.
So
Yeah.
wish you all a
Yeah.
good end of your week. And we will see you on Tuesday. So hope you're able to join us on Tuesday, and we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.